Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Gemini for the month of July. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there, but if not, then simply check back with me in the following week when I put out new messages for your sign. We have the braid at the heart of this reading, and this is a card that speaks to some type of disagreement or being unable to agree, being or having a different belief system than the other person or persons. It could also be weaving a plan or even tying up loose ends. Now it is coming with the Eight of Love and the Hermit who's shedding his light. Okay, so he's shedding his light, but he's facing the future. So he's wondering how specific events would affect the future of this relationship or potential for one. Because in the center we have the Eight of Love. So this is an offer that was made, but there was a difference of opinions or unable to agree. Most likely with the Tower sitting at the root, it ended. And maybe somebody is trying to shed light on what will happen in the future. We see that there was a conflict, and the other person doesn't seem to know why it's happening, you know, as you see it. It's like they don't have a weapon. They appear to be perhaps hurt. Maybe even you could consider that to be a blind person. It's like they don't know, they don't understand, and whatever that person is saying to them is hurting them. Now, so here they could be shedding light on something, hoping to get understanding in the future as to why this happened. They're missing information. There's silence here. So perhaps the Tower has occurred and there's no talking. In the past, this person, it may have felt like he shut you out or he pushed you out. Or it was very frustrating because you didn't know or could never tell what he was truly thinking or feeling about the relationship. Maybe you couldn't tell if he was being sincere or not. You didn't really know because there's doubts and uncertainties here about the cup that was offered or about what was contained in that cup. We have the Three of Swords, and so there was some heartbreak, disappointment here, having to do with whatever that confrontation was and the Tower, and somebody not understanding, and so they want the truth. They want to know why it happened. They want an explanation. And maybe this frustrates them because they don't know. The person is silent. They don't know what happened. They're waiting. You see, they're waiting on the results in hope that this will bear fruit. And bear fruit. The fruit is that explanation. That's what they're waiting on. And they feel that because there's silence, that it's a long ways off, that the road ahead is going to be kind of rough. They're confused. And for some, with the Two of Wisdom and the Three of Swords, it could be there was a third party here, okay? And the Three of Wands, these can all indicate that there was a third party. Somebody felt as though their hands were tied. There were a lot of issues possibly popping up here, but what you don't know, or maybe you are realizing, is that maybe, or that you will find out, is that they all come from the same source. Okay? There's one source for all of the issues. 1 minute. Sorry, I got some banging going on here. So, yeah, all of these issues come from one source. And if you don't know that, then you're about to find out in the future, because that explanation is coming to you. Somebody did this, ended it, attacked you for whatever reason you don't know yet, right? And then they withdrew into their shell, or you withdrew in pain. But there's silence. But okay, and so you're looking at the details here. You see, the light sheds on the details, or you're looking for details. You're wondering, should you even put any more effort towards this? There's a huge obstacle, or they've thrown this huge obstacle up. You're missing them, though. The Nine of Wisdom is a card of it's like that 3 in effect. It's like wanting to know, will the efforts pay off? And it's the same thing actually as this one. So it's like they're wondering if their effort will pay off. Maybe they're thinking of trying to reach out to this person, trying to send them a message. But they won't have to, because there's a message coming. They want to know. This can be tying up loose ends. So maybe they're wanting closure with regards to this. But they will get an explanation. They're going to get more than what they are actually hoping for. 1 minute. Sorry about that. There's somebody banging, and it's out of my control. Okay, so somebody did something really abruptly in the past, really quick. They said something, they did something, took an action, caused a lot of damage. It left you in confusion. They turned their back on you, in effect. Okay? But now that person regrets what they did. Okay? They regret what they did. And are looking towards temperance. And so this is maybe, because it sits next to that 5 of Swords, they may be having dark thoughts. They may be having negative thoughts. They may be thinking that they can't heal this for some reason. And temperance would be telling them, and she definitely trumps this card out. Okay, so she would be telling them to keep your thoughts positive. It's time for a cleansing, for getting rid of any baggage that you've been carrying. I'm talking about this person, whoever started that fight. It's time to get rid of any baggage you've been carrying and release it. That leaves room, or makes room, for a healing to begin, for a new beginning here between the two of you. Because he's thinking of it. He's thinking of it. The idea of a new beginning is in his thoughts. And we see here that he wonders, can I bring this back to life after the damage that's been done? And so we see that he wants to clear things up, to bring in an apology and a new offer here. This is reaching for the sword to clear away the clouds. And here we have our page, new cup, new offer. You don't have this. You're not here yet, but it is coming. You can't see this coming, And maybe you cannot even foresee of it ever happening after the way this ended. But it's coming. And when it gets here, you're going to have to make a decision. If you're going to move forward with someone, or if you're going to move forward alone. That is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings.